So I wanted to shoot you a quick little video. I just got finished with a bunch of my mentees and I'm on my way back into the city, and something really stuck with me that I think that you need to show. One of the big problems that I'm having with my mentors right now is that they're getting pushback from people in their life, the naysayers is what I like to talk of, the Debbie Downers of the world, the people who like to tell you you can't, you can't, you can't, you can't, right? They have all the advice in the world, but the reality is they've never really done very much. And the negative energy is really affecting some of my youngster mentees who've been in business for less than 5 years. And they're, sorry. Train. And they're really struggling with the fact that they are, 2 feet into their business. The business is starting to get some kind of traction. And now they're going to have to really kind of put in some major components and some investments to kind of get it to the next level. But there's people in their lives that are afraid, and their fear is being kind of transferred and projected on them. And that's where I'm spending a lot of my time right now, is to let them know that the reality is, you got to take, people's best intentions and their fears and not absorb them as your own. I always say that, advice is worth a dime, but your experience is worth millions. And because I've done it so many times, I know what to actually look for, and I know what to prepare for the next level. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to have people in your life that are going to tell you you can't do it, or you shouldn't do it, or the risk is too high, and project their own fears onto you. So here's what I have to say as far as that, and able to kind of help you sleep at night, is that most of the people in the world will talk, and very few people will actually do. And for those people that actually are the doers of the world, it is really critical that you champion around you other actual doers, because most people are afraid, and the fear keeps them pigeonholed in where they'll be for the rest of their lives. And that's okay. For some people that works. But if you're actually trying to get to the next level, you need to be hanging around with people who are also getting to the next level. You need to be getting that influences for people who have actually been there and done that, so they can tell you what you need to be looking for, or what you need to be preparing for along the way. And there's a lot of people like me who've actually got, time in the trenches in this. And fear is only what you basically manifest to be true or not. Let me explain that a little bit. Most of the times, whatever it is that you think is going to happen, right? Whatever you dream up in your head, no matter how creative you are, the reality is that's usually not what happens. Life usually gives you the thing that you just didn't plan for, the one thing that you're like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. That's usually what happens. So any wasted energy on just plain fear could be better implemented in planning, meaning saying, what are the things that could go wrong, and in that scenario, what would you do? What is the plan? To talk with people who are in similar situations than you are, and said, okay, what happened when you were in my shoes? What did you do? And knowing what you know now, what would you have planned for differently? That is good energy. That's things that actually moves you forward. But just being pigeonholed by fear, especially fear that has no substance to it, whatever, just the what if, isn't going to help you get to your goals any faster. It's actually going to hold you back slower. And taking on somebody else's fear as your own is definitely not going to get you anywhere, because we all have our own individual fears. So don't take on other people's baggage, their own fear. The reality is, it's the entrepreneurs who shape the world. It's the entrepreneurs who've got to go first so that other people can follow. That's what makes us entrepreneurs to begin with. But even if you're in a business and you're, an intrapreneur, that you're looking to climb the ladder, remember that first step is the scariest, not just for you, but for the people around you. Their fears are projected on you. So I say, spend more time with people like us, and get real facts and information. It's, 50% of success is in the thinking, 25% of the success is in the planning, and then 25% is the actual execution. So don't start doing until you start thinking and planning first. That's my best advice for you for 365 days of wisdom.